Good morning, good morning, good morning in the evening.
Good
Hello.
morning. Yeah, hi.
On
Good
today's
evening.
show, on today's
Hello,
show,
Rosa. Hello, Sander.
yes, Zander and me are having Hadar. Hello.
Hi, Adar. Nice to have you on this
Hello.
show.
Me too.
Very,
I'm very happy to meet you.
I'm happy
very
to meet
nice.
you too.
Yeah, me too, me too. Okay, so we will simply before we start, I want to
Hmm.
share here something to the viewers, maybe the followers of the channel, that I'm really unbelievable, happy, joyful. I don't know what that with this Zanderlindchen here. This is such a joy being connected with him, just here sharing the videos. And this is simply unbelievable. I just love the what's coming out there, the simplicity, the messages. Maybe Hadar, you can also relate to this.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful messages, and I like the simplicity because it's very, very direct. It's very direct, and there's no room to think. It's even if the imagination wants to go
Yeah,
look for what is it, it cannot go nowhere. It's
yeah.
just stuck.
Beautiful. Beautiful, on the point exactly. And this is what I love. And
Yeah.
this is very seldom, very, very seldom. And that's why I'm even more happy about this. Okay, so Zander,
I
thank you.
I
Well,
feel
yeah,
yeah.
beautiful. Thank you, thank you. You know, this is not it's nice to hear and all that. And yeah, well, what can I say? This is not the Sander show, of course. We are talking with Hadar, and of course, this appreciation is just simply popping up.
Yeah,
And there's no and yeah, it's spontaneously as everything
yeah,
else. Oh,
exactly.
loving it or hating it or liking it, it's just always this. And yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's it's everybody's show, you know.
Yes.
exactly.
I love
Or
to
no
watch
one show, or
Rosa,
no one
but no
show.
one's show. No one is doing it, just popping out everywhere. I love to watch Rosa with her energy and expression. I told Rosa this is what I feel inside, and she just expressed it.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah, beautiful, Hadar. And I know that I did not steal your show here because I think we are ticking quite similarly here with this expression of Zander there, with this total, utterly beautiful, open, wide simplicity, nowhere to go, just always this beautiful perfection. And now, of course, I am totally curious about Hadar and her story, or even not to say the story, just what's popping up there. Maybe you want to share something. Feel free, my dear. And yeah.
all right. So there is a lot of attraction here to this message. A lot of passion. It's just coming out very excited. So it's a lot of excitement. I don't even know how to express it sometimes. It's too much. And and also I had the seeking was since 20 years old, and I got when I was around 18, I got sick, and it was with my belly. I got inflammation, intestinal inflammation, and everything changed. I mean, everything stopped because I could not continue to be a normal teenage, girl or young adult that can continue with her life. Everything stopped because I got sick, and and then I was more aware that I was for a certain suffering because I started to connect that maybe this problem was related to some of like psychological maybe problems, body, mind, and everything. So because of the suffering, I started to seek. That was the seeking because of body suffering. And then was the reading of many books, self-awareness books, going to psychology consultants, and doing meditations to heal myself. So it was the first time that I was more aware to some kind of suffering and going to search for something. I didn't know what I'm searching, but it was a searching to be more ease with this body, inside this body.
Yeah.
And then it was a lot of I don't know. It looks like it was in continuation, but it just in the memory. I can just have like glimpses of situation. I don't know. It's not a continuation, but it's happening. I cannot even say what was it, but the seeking was always there. This need to go to look for something. And was Eckhart Tolle book also. It was The Power of Now. It was the need to search for something behind what's happening. I think it was the feeling of that something is wrong with what's happening there. Something is wrong.
Yeah,
it's
because
not supposed to be like that.
Because it hurts, the pain, something is wrong. It must
Yeah,
be
but it's
healed.
also the outside. It's the outside was wrong, and something inside was wrong. Everything was wrong.
Yeah.
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 So it was the looking for answer where I was looking for a door out, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And looking for a door out through the book, it was the need to find more sense, some openness for what's going on, to go out of conditioning. It's like it was saying that the body, there is reaction that was conditioned, and I was like trapped in that. That was the feeling.
Yeah.
Beautifully
explained. I think that I can totally relate to this, and I think a lot of other characters will relate to this too. Yeah.
So I didn't like to be trapped. Something didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I was looking for, through the books, and there was nice books, beautiful books, There was the Eckhart Tolle book was beautiful. I used to hear I download all his conversation. I used to listen to them a lot, and I loved the openness of the conversation.
Yeah.
There was not so much doing after that because there's nothing to do with them, but it's open mind. It's like opening the mind conversations. And after that, there was many books. Like I was crossing by Rupert Spira. I like Rupert Spira because he was talking. It's the first time I heard that there's no time. Yeah, it was one video. He said there is no what is time, and I was like, oh yeah, it was boom, what's time, really? So it was the first time I was like wondering, oh, what is time? So that was,
and maybe also relating. That's why, in the parent situation, you was just like, this is so crazy, asking yourself even about the time because it makes no sense in a way. And then hearing this so radically, there is no time, there is no space. Boom. Oh yeah.
Boom. So I was following him. I was listening to his talk, and it was nice. But after a while, I stopped listening to that.
Yeah, the same here.
I did one weekend of meditation with him.
Sorry, beautiful analogies he is giving with those plays, with his favorite analogies, with the theater players, and I forgot the names, but I had to laugh,
Yeah, yeah, I forgot the name. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
And
was like, it's like wondering, okay, what if there is there? He was talking about something that is there, and he's presenting himself as something else, and it's just like, wondering with these ideas.
yeah,
And I was reading after that. I was reading Krishnamurti, the books of Awakened of the Intelligence.
Jido Krishnamurti,
So the other
or
one,
Yuji,
yes, no, Jido
Jido.
Krishnamurti. Yeah, and in this book also, one big boom was he was saying that we are meeting the world with already an image, and I was like, whoa. There is already an image in the mind. We
Yeah,
never really meet the world as it
yeah.
is. There is always some
Always through this layer of
of
thoughts.
already something built up between what's going
Already,
on.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, like, yeah. And I was like looking, searching I
I
was
can,
like, yeah.
Hadar, I can totally relate to this. Totally. All this was also went through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
So it just pointed my head, it's my head didn't turn, but it was like, oh, how I meet the world, and then I was like looking how I'm meeting the world with an image, I didn't notice that. So then was like more noticing that, yeah, I'm coming. When I come to speak with people, I already have ideas, images, perception about them. So I don't really need them. I don't
I even
know.
do not listen to them. I
I
always hear myself speaking. Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
So
And
my dear, how did you solve the problem with not seeing the word through this layer?
I just noticed that I'm doing that, and then it stopped by
Yeah.
itself. Just noticing, it's almost like turning the head like that. It's like, ooh, what's going on? Um, so that was the, in a way, continuation. And after that was Moody popped up, and Moody was love for me. It was just love, like I saw him the way he talked, and I didn't hear what he says. I saw love there. I was like, oh, there's so much love. This beautiful man with so much love.
Yeah, stop it. I have to interact. This is so fun. Well, apparently I skipped Muji, but I listened to Andreas nothing. This was my Muji, apparently.
Mm. And you saw so much love.
Okay, what happened with Muji?
So Muji, I saw a lot of love, and then I saw all his videos with the crowd, and then I was into then I started to see these videos about consciousness, about there is something there that you need to connect with the true self, and I was doing a lot of meditation. And I was going very deep inside of this meditation. There is
What does
many
this mean?
revelations.
What does this mean, very deep?
I could just, it's like, a kiss of something that makes you sleep. It's just you can go down, 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 a vastness of, you want to sleep inside of it. You want it to disappear. And there is so many revelations. You just get up and you say, wow, wow, this, and I conscious about that and that, but it's non-stop, never stops.
Okay.
And more I did it, I felt that I want to disappear from the world. I just want to disappear.
It's kind of a meditation drug.
Yeah, but it's like it was nice. It was comfortable. It's very comfy.
Okay.
But then you go out and there is this movement in the world and you don't want to be there in this movement.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So, it, it could not be, it was nice, but then you say, I get up, there is a world, there is interaction, there is all that. I cannot just disappear in meditation and this witness of just not being here. That
Yeah, I
was
have to pay my bills.
exactly. And it doesn't solve my problems. I can, I'd get angry, I'd upset and argue with people. I cannot just go slipping myself into meditation and just wake up and tell everybody what I saw there.
Of course you can. Of course you can. But
I can
it's
write a
not
book
playing
about it.
out there like this.
And then when I was listening to a lot of talks was also the Sadhana method, with Hale Dunn. I don't remember his name. He had his mentor Levinson.
I don't know.
Okay, so it was a lot. It was a lot of love there and everything. And then one day,
Love.
yeah. And then when you wanted, this is the attraction because this love, you want to know how they got, how to go to this, how they're so loving. You just attracted to that, but you cannot get it.
Yeah.
And then one day, I heard this interview with Dale. It was what's her name? Naho.
Yeah,
Naho.
Nahovara. Mm.
What? Yeah, I was, in the kitchen listening, and he talked with her, and then this the first time I heard about there is no you, that everything is already done, and there is no you.
Yeah.
Or, but it was like because I always heard this like you need to connect with the consciousness. I heard there is a higher you. It was like you need to do something in order to be whole,
Yeah. Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard there is nothing here, like already,
Yeah.
there's nothing. And it was like, what is that? What is that now?
This is cool. We can skip the shit and just this.
Yeah, what is that? This is empty. So I have to see, I have to see this direction now. I have to look in
This
this
direction,
direction.
Hadar,
What does it mean?
this direction is for the lazy ones. I thought, oh, I'm a lazy one. I have to skip the thing there with the coaching and go directly into the zero because I'm lazy.
Yep. And then, was starting to listen to the old videos of
Yeah,
Tony
the
Carson,
non-duality.
yeah, Jim
Yeah.
Newman, and
what said Emerson? Emmeline said the non-duality shopping.
yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting because you really don't understand what's going on, and but in the other hand, you want what's going on because you see something that is interesting.
Yeah. When was it? When was it?
A year ago.
1 year?
Hmm?
Okay.
I think it was a year because I saw now in March. It was March last year. So yeah, 1 year.
Cool.
And then I was, and then the onions start to peel slowly. It was like peeling the onions,
Peeling the
revelation.
onions.
Yeah.
And while peeling the onions, crying a lot because of the onion
Yeah.
juice.
Right. Everything comes out. Yep. And that was really a full stop. That was beautiful full stop. Because it was like this relaxation of you don't, there's nothing to look anymore. Just like stay, and I was so happy. Not looking anymore for anything because
Yeah.
it's tiring to look for something.
Yeah, totally. Having the sense the whole time, having the sense that there is something missing, then there is something to get. And then was it like a brutal full stop or like a little bit slowly, like, you know?
It was a slow. I think it was slowly, but there was like points. Like I remember one time I was writing Andreas, and then he said, "There's already not you. There is already nobody there." And then I just felt like there. I say, yeah, it's what was needed was like a defense system.
Mm.
It was a defense, really like imaginary defense system, because it was interaction with the world. Like I need to protect myself. There is something that needed to. It's like built-in protection system. So this fell down suddenly. This
Okay.
there is no enemies outside, and I don't need to fight, and I don't need to protect nobody.
No separation.
No separation. And so I
Yeah.
started.
Hadar,
I
just a
stopped.
sec,
Yeah.
please. Just a sec, please. Zanderlintje, do you want to add something?
Well, you know, this was popping up, and like the sense of that there's something missing is this already. You know, the sense that there's something missing is just this, and it's whole and complete. Just simply what seems to arise. I'm missing something. And there's no you separated from that sense, able to make it more or make it less. It's just simply what arises. And there may become a sense of, well, I found something. Well, that's just simply what seems to be happening then, that you have found something now. The end of seeking. But there's no better or worse. Seeking is not a state of which is less or better or worse than this. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And thinking that the seeking needs to stop is also this. Or that it's better
Yep.
not to seek is also this. It's just simply what arises. And there's no you doing that or being able to stop that sense of lack or sense for something else. It's always just this. So nothing needs to happen. The idea that there needs to be an end of seeking is just an idea which spontaneously arises. Seeking is not good and I need to stop because when I stop, I'm there. But
This is
that's just another thing spontaneously arising.
this is exactly this I mean, how I started by saying that exactly this message there, this is the total neutralization, the total equalizer of everything. And when
Mm-hmm.
this is heard, it's heard. But I mean, this is a perfection playing out. Like when I click on YouTube and Xander is appearing and this message is heard, you know, it's the perfect timing. When Xander
Yeah.
is not appearing, when I click on YouTube and Eckhart Tolle is appearing, I'm not going to hear this. And this is
But
perfection too.
but even this suggestion that it's in a certain way, that it's already whole and complete, and that there's no need to do anything, this suggestion also is just simply rising. That's
Yeah,
just simply playing out as it is.
yeah,
Even this, it doesn't matter. Even this is not better or worse or whatever. You know, so that there and thinking this is better or this sounds better, is this
no,
also or
yeah,
or
yeah,
or
yeah,
or well this is total bullshit. I don't like this. Is this also? This does
yeah,
not need to change. It's always whole and complete. It's just simply whatever, ever seems to happen or not.
yeah,
And
totally,
I, lo- I
totally.
love I love the story. When I hear the story, it's beautiful. It's always for me, no matter who is sitting in the meeting or telling a story. For me, it's always seen that it's perfect and nothing needs to change. Although people are saying, well, this and this happens, there's always, well, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like it almost sounds, well, now I'm free of something, but there was already no one being stuck in seeking. You know, there was just seeking. And seeking may just simply happen, seeking for the car keys, or seeking for God, or seeking for easy things to buy, or for cheap things in the store, or for freedom. You know, it's just simply what seems to arise. And this may just stop or continue or increase. And maybe now it stopped, and maybe tomorrow it will arise again. And you know, there's no control, because there's already no you or me separated from the seeking doing it. It's always just this.
Yeah, I love it. I totally love it.
Yeah.
Hadar, what's
Yeah.
popping up there when hearing those empty words?
So I was very happy in a way that the seeking happened, because there was even one moment I called, I was so happy, I called even Jim Newman, and I told him, I'm so happy I was seeking.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I said if I was not seeking, I would have, wouldn't hear this message in a way. It seems like it happened. It happened the way it happened. It just like this is
Yes.
the way it came up here.
Exactly.
Because this, so this end of seeking, this is not a consequence. So the end of seeking is not the consequence of seeking or the results of seeking. So not seeking is not the effect of the seeking as a separate thing. The seeking is it, and the end is it at the same time. So there's no separated cause which has led to the end of seeking. There's no separation.
Yeah.
It's
So
the one.
whatever
It's
seems to
one.
happen is causeless. And maybe there's an conclusion made, well, because of the seeking, I stopped not seeking. But the seeking and the not seeking are not two. It's just simply what seems to be happening. There's no separation, and it's not divided from each other. And one is not the cause and the other is an effect, although it may seems like that.
Exactly. In the beginning, after that, it was a feel. There was a lot of talk about the me, because in the beginning, this is what you feel it very strongly, the energy of the me. So there is still a separation between what's going on and a me when you hear this message, and which is quite not. It felt for me very normal, because this illusion of a me is very strong in the beginning. It's a lot of conditioning. So there is also a seeing this movement, this illusion, how it operates in a way. It was because it's very, it's in the body, it's very strong, and there is the voice in the head, the thoughts that that speaks your voice, and then you discover that actually it's not your voice. So it seems like there was a lot of discoveries, through that also. The onion was still peeling, and then
Of it.
yeah.
Yeah, oh, totally. I love Hadar. I'm enjoying the similarity, of this character there. It's quite similar here. I can really relate to the way you're expressing this and this, Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And now just laughing about those stories. It could be mine, no?
Yes,
And simply like um seeing the perfection in everything, the peeling onion, the observer, the consciousness, and the illusion of knowing it better, to have a way to do something, to fix something, perfection in action.
Yeah,
yep.
Hadar, maybe you can continue. I have the sense that there's more there.
Yeah,
Because
sure,
you were
sure.
telling about the me and all, and like the
So
energetic contraction which people always seem to have or not have or whatever.
so I think the contraction was kind of a fear. There is I think it was the fear from the fear. So because there was a lot of fears in the body, because of the beliefs and because of the the ideas about others. There is others, and there is me. And if you already meet the world with an image, of course, that you will be already assume that things will happen. So there is many fears going on. There is like many ideas and many fears. And then in one moment I was feeling like, I said, where is Hadar? You know, there is all these ideas about how I think people think about me, what their voices, what they're saying about me, but where is Hadar in all this? There was no Hadar, you know, it was just ideas, just reflection of what's going on outside. So in a way, it was quite evident that there is no something I can call what is Hadar. You know, they're just voices, ideas coming. It's like recordings of people talking, people saying opinions, people how I will think about it. They're thinking about their opinions, but there's nothing you can find that you can say this is me. It's just ideas. So it's very, in a way, obvious. It's empty. It's just like a play, you know.
Yes. Yeah, and of course, in a way, even that is just an idea that there is no me, or that there is a me. I mean, in one way, there is a me and there's no me at the same time. You know, it's in a way, me is just a thought, like you were saying, thought, idea. And in the other way, me is just me. And there's no one separated from the thought or the idea or the label or the story of me to know what me is, and if me is or me is not to begin with. You know, and in one way, what you also hear in some teachings, that, well, you are everything. You know, this is also everybody who's been on the path, so to say, has heard that, well, you are everything, and that's just another idea.
Zanaliji, wait shortly. I was totally resonating with this everything. Um, I heard this, I was like, oh, yeah, totally. This is this open boom, you know. But the point was, while listening to this non-dual message, nothing appearing is everything already. And here was the idea, fuck, I'm missing the nothing the whole time. This is wrong. This was so funny.
Because when it's seen that there is nothing behind, whatever seems to happen,
yeah,
that tends to be the idea that that nothingness is you, which is just another idea. So that's why there seems to be teachings who are say you are nothing, but you are.
You
That's
cannot
just
know that.
no. There's no one
No.
separated from the
No.
idea, thought, or story to know even this.
Yeah,
Which seems
exactly.
is just this talking, sitting. There's no one, there's no separated Hadar, Rosa, or Sander from this able to know what is talking, sitting. And at the same time, it's just talking, sitting, listening, watching. It's completely ordinary, but there's no one separated from this ordinariness or from this life or from this conversation to know this. And at the same time,
No.
it's just this. It's just this.
yeah.
Just ordinary talking, sitting, for no one, by no one separated to know if this is happening or not happening. But there seems to be a conversation at the same time. And that's just
Beautiful.
simply seems to be happening, a conversation.
Boom.
It's very simple. Yeah.
It's very direct. Very
It's very
direct.
direct. Very direct. Because if I don't have a story about what's going on, if I don't gonna tell the story, there is just like what's coming. If it's direct, just what's coming out. There is movement with the
Yes.
hands. There's nothing happening really.
Yes. Yes.
And
Beautiful.
even when you look outside, you're in the forest. If you don't have a story, if you don't come already with a story, they're just looking, and there is like the
Yeah.
moon.
This is very beautiful, sweethearts. Before we skip to part number 2, just let me say what's popping up here about this. This was also like seeing, okay, just one of the practices was to just notice without labeling, watch, observe without labeling. I was like, what the fuck? This is so complicated. And here, everything which is kind of complicated, I dropped it.
Well, it's
Just
complicated
well,
because you are already not doing the labeling or the not labeling. It's just
beautiful, beautiful,
right.
beautiful. So
Mm.
it was always sensed that there is something wrong in this, you know? And
Mm.
then it was simply like all I did, I was very into no, I was kind of telling the guy, no, no, no. The labeling, is it already? Beautiful, perfect labeling. Nothing wrong with the labeling. But I wasn't able to explain, you know?
To do
But
that,
this
yeah.
was totally seen. But first of all, I had to crack the nut, you know,
Yeah.
to crush the nut. Okay, okay, sweetheart. So I see you in
Mm.
part number 2, and we continue where we stopped.
Okay.